If everyone believes a lie, would you notice the truth? It sounds like a simple question, but history and psychology show us something surprising. Most people don't see the world with their own eyes. They see it through the eyes of the crowd. Today we're talking about collective illusions, why we fall for them, and how you can learn to trust your own truth again. There's an old story you probably know, the Emperor's New Clothes. A proud king hires two men who promise to make him a magical outfit, one that only the worthy can see. Of course, the fabric doesn't exist, but nobody wants to seem unworthy, so they all pretend. Ministers praise the invisible cloth, citizens cheer the naked king. Everyone plays along with a lie, because nobody wants to be the first to say, "I don't see it." Then a child, too innocent to fear judgment, whispers the truth. "The king has no clothes." And in that moment, the illusion collapses. The story is simple, but it reveals a deep truth. Most people don't fear being wrong. They fear being different. Decades later, psychologist Solomon Asch wanted to understand this phenomenon. He invited volunteers to a room and showed them very clear, very simple line drawings. The task? Pick the line that matches in length. But Asch planted actors who intentionally chose the wrong answer. And shockingly, over a third of the real participants agreed with the wrong answer, even when the truth was obvious. They didn't suddenly forget how to see. They just didn't want to stand alone. This experiment proved something powerful. People don't just follow the group, they doubt themselves to fit in. So why do we do this? Why do humans follow crowds, even when the crowds are confused? Psychologists call it social conformity. It's hardwired into us. For early humans, belonging meant survival. Being cast out meant danger. So the brain developed a simple rule. Stay with the group. It's safer. But today, that instinct can mislead us. We start believing things because they're popular, not because they're true. We stay quiet even when something feels wrong. We nod along even when our eyes see something else. And over time, the lie becomes normal. The illusion becomes common sense, and truth becomes something we're scared to say out loud. If the king's story and Asch's experiment seem old, look at your phone. Social media is a giant version of that same room. Likes, trends, viral opinions, they all push us toward agreement, even when we're unsure. A belief repeated enough times starts to feel real. A trend seen by millions starts to look correct. A lie with enough likes becomes common truth. Your brain slowly adjusts its reality to match the crowd. Not because you're foolish, but because you're human. We're living in a digital kingdom where the invisible outfit changes every day, and most people pretend to see it. But in every society, in every era, there's always a child in the crowd. Someone who quietly says, "This doesn't look right. This doesn't feel true. I see something different." These people aren't smarter. They're simply less afraid of standing alone. Carr, the author of The Shallows, said something beautiful. Clarity belongs to the mind that knows how to pause. Truth doesn't shout, it whispers, and you hear it only when you dare to step outside the noise. So, if everyone believes a lie, would you notice the truth? You would, if you trust your own eyes more than their applause. If you trust your inner voice more than the crowd's noise. If you remember that honesty begins quietly, inside you, long before anyone hears it. Collective illusions break the moment one person sees clearly. One person questions. One person pauses. One person chooses truth over belonging. Maybe that person is you. If you've been feeling pressure to agree, to fit in, to stay silent, remember the child in the story, the one who didn't try to be brave, but simply chose not to lie to himself. The world doesn't need more people who fit in. It needs more people who see clearly. If this message spoke to you, tell me in the comments. Have you ever stayed silent even when you saw the truth? And if you want more videos about psychology, self-awareness, and emotional clarity, don't forget to subscribe.